It's time to go into the Wayback Machine and go back to the 80s. I am your host, Golden J, and with me, as always, the one, the only, Frankie Vegas.
What is up? No smart ass comment.
I'm a little distracted by that now. Oh,
I didn't have anything.
You can't cover a fucking snarky remark?
Okay, yeah, I'm just sitting here looking at all of Golden J's little guitars.
Little guitars. Those are big guitars, baby. Big guitars. I missed that. That was one of our things we did with Donnie and Craig back in those days. That's how we used to start our show backstage.
Oh, yeah.
We were like, time to break out the big guitars. Of course, that was after shots. And oh, God, I miss those days. Those were great. Great times. I miss those boys. I do. All the time. But yeah, we're going back to the 80s, ladies and gentlemen. Get excited. We are in the middle, maybe towards the beginning of our Van Halen series. And we have a lot of albums coming at you. So pull up your granny panties, because here we go.
Here we go.
I was worried he wasn't going to finish. Anyways, what's up, Frankie?
Not a lot, just out there, weather's nice right now, so.
My God.
Doing that, didn't even have to wear a jacket.
I know, right?
And then in a couple days, we're going to be back in the fucking 30s.
Well, don't throw shit. Watch the equipment, Frankie.
Yeah, that was my phone. I can throw my phone.
Oh, I don't know about that. We got. I'll get your wife after you on that one.
Yeah, man.
Listen. My mental health can't take any more cold weather. I'm over it. It keeps messing. These up and down things keep messing with my sinuses, and it's just an absolute terror. Absolute terror. It's killing me. Yeah, I'm not loving it.
No.
So if you hear me sniffing a little bit, just saying, I'm kind of plugged up a little bit. It's driving me nuts, but yeah. All right. Anything exciting going on? You got any more 80s news for me?
Nothing.
I mean, we blew it out last episode.
I'm sure there's probably something. I can't think anything off the top of my head.
Right. I did get my James Vanderbeek jersey in the mail.
Okay.
Yeah, I got it. It's the white version of Moxon's jersey. They didn't skimp on it, man. It's a nice fucking jersey.
Good.
But it's not autographed, and it makes me sad. But
yeah.
I never did get a reply. I did ask for his kids to sign it. It's like, if you really want to make this worth my while, can you get the kids to sign it? But I never got a reply. And to be 100% honest, I think the fucking email was a joke that they sent out. Because I sent it originally exactly like they copied and pasted it, and it fucking came back as a non-email.
Really?
Yeah, so because it came like with a short letter of support or something like that, it was like a P missing or something. Mm-hmm. So I added the P and sent that, and I never got a reply. So yeah, I think it was just, I think it was like, oh, we were gonna ask, but you don't really have a way to fucking get any of your money back. So I'm okay with it. I'm fine with it. I was fine with it from the beginning. Let the money go to the family.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's what it was designed for to begin with.
Yeah,
so.
Absolutely.
But I didn't get an autograph.
Yeah.
But I have one. I have a James Vanderbeek autograph, the blue jersey. Hangs on my wall, and it's fucking brilliant. And every day since he's died, I tap it, and I say, miss you, James.
Miss you, James.
Miss you, James. Even though, it's not like we weren't buddies. It wasn't like we hung out or anything, but...
It ain't gonna be a 10. It's gonna be a fucking 10.
I hope you guys enjoyed the Varsity Blues episode. I had a lot of fun putting it together after the recording, even just putting all those stuff in it and just having a field day with it. And
it was a
of
fun
course,
episode.
Did you go back and watch the movie again?
No, I did the rewatch before we did the show, and I haven't.
I watched it again after we did the show. I watched it while I was editing the show. So, go figure that one. Love that movie. And if you ever get a chance to watch The Replacements with Keanu Reeves, I love that one too. Gene
I got
Hackman.
to go back and rewatch. I watched it when it first came out, and I haven't seen it since.
I used to be on my rotation. I had like 4 movies that I would rotate constantly, and Replacements, Varsity Blues. I'm trying to think of what the 4th one was. It was something that.
Mighty Ducks.
The Rocker.
Oh.
No, I'm not. I love the Mighty Ducks, but I don't have
Little
one rotation.
Giants.
That's a good one too.
Yeah.
I haven't watched that in
I
years.
see. Those are some of my favorite types of movie. Those underdog sports.
Right. The Rocker with Rainn Wilson. It's fucking star-studded. Teddy Geiger, Jonah Hill.
Why have I not heard of this movie?
Yeah, I can't believe it. You need to watch this movie. You need probably because you can't find it streaming anywhere. It's not. You got to have it on DVD. But Jonah Hill and Emma Stone. Emma Stone plays bass in this band that Rainn Wilson drums for. I'm telling you, man, if you haven't seen The Rocker, you got to go see it.
Oh, wow. I don't think I've ever even heard of it.
Yeah, it's fucking...
I love Jonah Hill. Ask me about my wiener.
You got to get that hand up there. But it's also got Bradley Cooper. I can't think of his name right off the top of my head. But a couple other big stars that play the band that kicked him out early on. It's the ideal of Pete Best. You know,
Okay.
Pete Best got kicked out of the Beatles, and then the Beatles become huge with Ringo Starr.
Okay.
Yeah, that's an interesting read too. If you ever get a chance, is read the Beatles book. I've got one that I read cover to cover. I actually read this one. I didn't listen to it on audio. The story of John and Paul growing up, and how Pete was there, and Pete's mom was like the driving force behind the band, and always giving them place to play and giving them money to do everything, and then they fucking boot his ass and they become famous. And Pete Best is like known as like the fifth Beatle that just never existed or whatever. But Pete Best actually shows up in The Rocker. He is actually in the movie.
Oh shit, Christina Applegate's in this movie. Damn.
Yeah, that's right. She plays Teddy Geiger's mom
shit.
and Rain's love interest. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. Bradley Cooper. Give me the other guys that are in Vesuvius. I'm drawing a blank. Yeah, I know you know him.
Shit.
Come on, hit me with him, Frankie. Who are they?
I've just seen Rain. The only thing I've seen is Rainn Wilson, Emma Stone, Teddy Geiger, Christina Applegate, and Jeff Garlin.
Jeff Garlin. I don't even know who that is. It's all right. Go check out The Rocker. But the other movie is called We Are Your Friends.
Will Arnett.
That's the one I was trying to pick.
Jane Lynch.
Oh yeah, Jane's in there too. Yeah.
Damn. Jason Sudeikis, Fred Armisen.
Fred, that was the other one. He's in the band too. He plays the bass player with Vesuvius. I'm telling you guys, go check out The Rocker.
Shit.
It's a great movie. I always rock a pocket full of puke. It's got some great liners in it, man. But the other one is We Are Your Friends, which is with the guy from High School Musical, and was in the Baywatch movies. And I'm drawing a fucking blank.
Oh my God, my daughter would be so upset with me.
Yeah, you're not drawing it either, huh?
No,
it's right there. I can see his face.
Efron.
Yeah, Zac Efron. Thank you. God, quit screaming at your radio, people.
Mm-hmm.
But he's a DJ, and it's just about his friends and them going and doing DJ gigs and parties, and yeah, it's a fun, inspirational movie. I mean, if you ever wanted to be a DJ, that's the one to watch because you can get all pumped up. But yeah, it's interesting. You should go check it out. It's got a bunch of unknowns in it.
I'm trying to see where you can watch it on YouTube for $3.99, Apple TV, Fandango, Amazon Prime.
What's that? The Rocker?
Yeah.
Yeah. You need to watch this movie, The Rocker.
Yeah, I may have to.
I'm surprised you haven't seen this.
Yeah, me too.
What year did that come out?
Shit. Now I gotta go back to it.
God, it's just hard to find.
2008.
It's hard to find the guy behind the computer.
Yep, 2008.
Now, if you listen to Chiefs Roundtable, I have that guy.
Yeah.
It's called Chico Noise.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, I was thinking, he's like, I can hear him typing away.
Hey, I brought that up to bring him in for the Golden 80s, and he can be our...
Yeah. He's too busy playing virtual golf tonight, so that's what he does. Yeah. So those are my 4 rotation movies. I mean, they're some of my all-time favorites. But you got a couple footballs, you got a couple music. So I mean, it's fun. What about you? You have a rotation movies? Are they all fucking horror movies?
No, I really don't. I don't really. If I get in the mood to watch something, I'll watch it. I don't really have a... I know me and my wife at one time, we had a thing about every Sunday we'd watch Titanic and Face Off with John Travolta and Nick Cage. Yeah. Those 2 movies, we just loved them. And we just would watch them almost every Sunday.
That's like End of Spectrum.
I know.
I mean, that is 2 totally different movies.
It is. I mean, but for some reason those were our 2 go-tos, and it was like our Sunday thing.
Okay.
Not during football season. But,
Right. There's a certain thing you do and don't do during football season.
But yeah, that would be our thing on Sunday. Just sit there and watch those movies.
Right on.
And I don't know why those 2 movies, but we loved them. And then whatever other new movies that came out,
I'm just thinking, I mean, I'm so busy I don't get the chance to watch anything. We've been, that School Spirits, which came out on, I think, Paramount Plus or something like that?
Yeah.
We watched that, the whole season of that, which was only like 8 episodes, but The Masked Singer, and there's something else. But Bobby loves these reality shows and these cooking shows, and she watches tons and tons of those. So every once in a while, I'll roll in and catch one of those with her. But I just don't watch shit. When I have something on, it's usually just background shit, just to keep things busy, keep my mind busy.
Yeah.
Or just keep the noise going. Sometimes I just need the noise, which you get into that rotation of How I Met Your Mother, or The Big Bang Theory, or Castle. I'm a big Castle fan. So those things will run, and I don't watch them. They're just kind of background noise. Yeah. So, insane.
Yeah, I get it.
Titanic and Face Off, huh? That is just a weird combo.
But 2 great movies.
No, I won't disagree. But which one do you watch first?
I don't know that we really... I think we kind of switched it around, just whatever. I mean, I don't think we had like a specific one. Okay, we always watch this first, and then watch it. Just throw one in, watch it, and then watch the other one.
What's your go-to Christmas Eve movie?
Christmas Eve movie?
Yeah.
Oh, I got A Christmas Story on. I got the 24 hours of the Christmas Story.
So like TBS is running The Christmas Story for like 24 hours straight, and that's what's playing.
And I've got it on DVD, so
See, the funny thing is I didn't get that movie. That movie kind of annoyed me, and I don't ever watch it. I watched it one time all the way through, but it's just one of those movies that I'm like, I just don't get it.
I mean, I don't know why. It just the first time I ever watched it was sophomore year in high school. Our science teacher just gave us a break one day during the Christmas time, and he put that movie in.
And then she just
I just liked it,
yeah.
and I've like watched it religiously every year.
Oh, that's fair. Ours is A Wonderful Life. We'll usually sit down and watch A Wonderful Life.
Oh yeah, I watched that too.
And I don't know why. I don't know why that's such a big to do, but I can watch that movie every year.
Oh yeah.
And just enjoy it, and I'm sucked in, even though you know exactly what's going to happen and when. It's
going to
happen.
I can say at one time I can say that movie line for line.
Yeah, be like, "Merry Christmas, you old savings and loan."
Oh, movie house.
It is definitely a classic, and
yeah.
I mean, it's pretty basic, but it's an interesting story. It's an interesting story.
Good movie.
Yeah. We talk movies all more.
Yeah.
All right, Frankie. No 80s news.
No
though.
80s news.
We just tore up all the 80s news last week.
How about some perfectly picked games?
Let's do it.
Looking for unbeatable deals on games and toys? Perfectly Picked Games goes live twice a week on the Whatnot app with exclusive auctions, Tuesdays and Fridays at 8:30 p.m. Eastern. Use code Golden Mojo for 10% off your first win.
All right, that was Perfectly Picked Games. Go check out Jake on the Whatnot app and buy yourself some shit because
go buy something, man. His kids need food, man.
know,
They need new shoes.
they're starving.
Yeah.
Oh, I haven't seen Jake in a while. I need to catch up with him. See how
What
he's
if he'll
doing.
go down Triton and as we record? They're in semi-state this weekend. I wonder if he'll go down there.
I don't know. He's
play.
a
I'm
Northwood guy now, I believe.
He's a
isn't he?
Northwood guy.
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah.
I believe so. So is our coach from the Gridiron Kingz. He's a full-time employee of Northwood now. So
Okay.
yeah, you go check out the Gridiron Kingz on the Seasons in Hell Network.
Yeah, I'm going down there semi-state this weekend.
Nice.
Me and Josh, and he's worried I'm going to be bored because we're going to be hanging out with his teacher friends. And the thing is, though, is I'm like, his friends are more my age.
Well, this is your time to razzle and dazzle him with your smarts.
Yeah.
And on that note. That's terrible. Well, good luck to semi-state with basketball. I think it'd be basketball already.
Yeah.
Wow.
Semi-state. Triton.
Wow. I guess
Triton's
it is.
killing it, man.
I guess it. Yeah, they don't have no Colton Keel though. Watch out.
Colton Keel.
Oh Lord. He's gonna get a big fucking ego. All right, guys. As we continue into our Van Halen series today, we are going to talk about the 5th studio album from the American rock band Van Halen. Get excited. This was released April of 1982 on Warner Brothers and spent 65 weeks on the album charts in the United States. And by 1998 sold over 4 million copies in the United States. Wow, it took that long to sell 4 million copies. It definitely sold better than Fair Warning. And yeah, maybe you'll know, maybe you won't know. I don't know. But today, we're talking about Diver Down.
Yeah. Now, I think Fair Warning, though, I think you really can't say much about that album as far as sale. 'Cause I think that was like their lowest selling album ever.
Fair Warning was?
Yeah, I believe so.
I could see that. I didn't look at the numbers, but
I believe that's what I read.
The problem is with this is that, half of this fucking album is cover.
Yes.
And I know they took their own kind of twist on some of it.
Well, yeah, they made them Van Halen songs.
Right.
I mean,
but I don't know. I got notes, so
yeah, it was probably kind of we got to put an album out. I don't feel like writing. Let's just throw some covers in there. Throw some shit that we've already got written. And
do you suppose by this point there was issues inside the band, and that's why they did that? Eddie and Alex is drinking.
I don't know.
Ross ego. I mean, you never know what might be going on behind the scenes of why they did what they did with this. But I mean, at some point, it paid off really well for him with one particular song.
Yeah.
So, all right, Frankie, you ready to get into this?
Let's do it.
Here we go.
All right, you ready for song number 1? And that was originally done by the Kinks, and it was called "Where Have All the Good Times Gone?"
Won't you tell me where have all the good times gone? Where have all the good times gone? Where have all the good times gone?
Frankie,
Yeah.
good groove. This song's got a good groove to it. But I think this is a peak for Roth's vocals. It just seemed like he was just straining to get to this song.
Yeah.
And man, the chorus on this song is just fucking boring as shit.
Yeah.
It's just boring.
Yeah. I don't know why, but in my head, I'm just getting that damn, where have all
I
the
know, right?
cowboy gone?
Is that Paula Cole?
Yeah, and I'm just like, I don't know why. My wife had that CD. I hate it.
Don't let him fool you. He loves it. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. This. I mean, once again, it's a cover song, and it was just like, okay. I think Roth was straining to get there, and I just was like, all right, whatever. Once again, this album just did not do much for me.
Yeah. It was all right. I mean, that's all I can say about that. I could listen to it, but it's not. Once again, just like the last one, it's not something I'm going to put in.
We're not going back.
rotation.
We're not going back to listen to this, but we want you to go listen to it at least one time.
Please. And then we'll go to song number 2.
Okay.
Hang 'em High.
Great guitar opening. The opening for this song is the guitar work is amazing. But man, what a stupid song. Just what a stupid song. That's all my notes say. Stupid song. Great guitar opening, stupid song.
Yeah, you can't bitch about the guitar in any of these songs.
No, absolutely not. But yeah, I just wasn't into it. It just wasn't doing it for me, and I could have went ahead and punched next song, and I'd have been just fine.
Yeah. And I'm interested in what your opinion of the next song is, because it's an instrumental, and it's called Cathedral.
Actually, my notes for this was guitar stuff was just super cool in this. I mean, I'm remembering as we go back, and I mean the guitar working is absolutely amazing, and I think this was a highlight of this album. To be honest, what are your thoughts? You're looking at me funny at this point.
I don't know. For me, it sounded like basically Eddie was just sitting there fucking around on the guitar, making weird shit. And somebody was recording, and they just like, yeah, fuck it, let's put it on.
Let's put it in there. Let's make it an instrumental for the beginning of this next song, and it makes you wonder how much of that they actually did. You know what I mean? When once again, Eddie Van Halen would sit around a lot and just make riffs. Mm-hmm. Just that's all you did. And when you make a 1 minute and 23 second riff, you just be like, hey, that was cool. Let's just put it on the album.
Yeah. That's just what the feeling I got. It's that he was just sitting there in between doing a song and just fucking around, you know. And somebody's like, yeah, fuck it, let's keep that. I like that.
This is probably some opening that he wrote for the next song, and then they were like, well, the whole thing, we don't really know how to use it as an opening. Let's just make it an instrumental. Yeah. And it's not the only one on this fucking album.
No, it is not.
There are 3 instrumentals on this album. And this is just another one, just one that's on there. And I thought this one was pretty cool. I enjoyed it. And I only had to enjoy it for 1 minute and 23 seconds, though, too. Remember that.
Yeah.
So.
And it leads us into song number 4, which is Secrets.
Snows. She got a rainbow that touches her shoulder. She be headed where the thunder rolls. Oh, 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 she got that rhythm of the road. Oh, 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 she get crazy
So the opening for this, I mean, because you come out of this instrumental and you go into this song, all of a sudden now you're offbeat with your opening of this song. And like I said, my note says soft Roth. It's just this is that song where he wasn't really pushing that range. It was just kind of that, mellow Roth types. It's just like, I'm gonna sing like this. You know what I mean? Yeah, and that's my other note is that this style of Roth vocals in this song is what shows up in his solo career.
Yeah.
With or even the skyscraper stuff, even the song Skyscraper, ooh, it's a skyscraper. It's just that mellow Roth. It wasn't that over the top. Let's see how high I can sing because later in my career it's gonna make me look like an asshole. But, got that? You got that, Vince? Now you get that? Yeah. Okay, good deal. But I mean, the song itself was all right. It's just that offbeat opening just kind of threw me off a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, it was different. Definitely not my favorite song on the album.
Right. Do you have a favorite? Do you have a favorite song on this album?
Ooh. Really? For me? Oh my gosh.
Wow, he's thinking way too long about this.
I don't know. Actually, it's probably song number 6.
Okay.
That's probably my favorite. I thought was the best one on the album myself.
Okay.
And number 5 was another instrumental, which leads into number 6.
Right.
Called Intruder.
What is it? Instrumental, intro. That's all I got. I forgot to finish my thought on this. So, I think that this is probably if I remember correctly, this was a really good intro for the song 6. It just seemed to fit. I mean, I know that it comes to a complete break when they switch tracks, but I think it just really worked with going into song number 6.
Yeah.
And
I agree. And
so, I mean, once again, I think it's Eddie tinkering around with something they recorded, and they probably added some little extras behind it, whether it was delays and stuff like that. But because they have a tendency of doing that with some of his riffs and stuff. But yeah, I just think it was a tinker, and he just like, okay, here we go. We'll just add it in. We'll call it Intruder.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yep. And that leads into song number 6, which was another cover by Roy Orbison. Oh, Pretty Woman.
Pretty woman, walking down the street. Pretty woman, the kind I like to meet. Pretty woman, I don't believe you, it must be true. No one can look as good as you.
I always liked this version of Pretty Woman.
Yeah.
I like it better than the Roy Orbison version. I was never a big fan. And I don't know whether that's because this is the first version I've heard of this song, and then I was like, oh, this is a remake. Let's listen to it. And I'm like, oh, not as good. The original's not as good. Sorry, Roy. Rest in peace, brother. You know what I'm saying. No more traveling Wilburys. But I thought that they did a great job re-imaging this song.
Yeah.
And it probably was the biggest hit on this album. As a matter of fact, I think if you look at the stats on it, it was the number 1 single. It was released January 18th of 1982, and probably was the biggest song on this album.
Yeah.
But they did a great job reimagining it, and
yeah.
I mean, it still kept true. It still kept true to the original to a certain extent.
But it was Van Halen.
It was Van Halen.
They made
Yep.
it.
They made it their own. Yep. Absolutely, they did.
Without completely redoing the song.
Right. Right.
Yeah. But yeah, probably my favorite on this album, and probably a lot of people's favorite.
And rightfully so. Like I said, I know that there was videos for this song. I mean, I remember seeing it, and it wasn't a bad version, but it's still a cover.
Yeah.
I don't listen to Van Halen to listen to covers.
Yeah.
Give me something new. But it was a nice reimagine. I thought it was pretty good.
Yep. And then we flip the album over. We go to song number 7, another cover by Martha and the Vandellas or whatever, called "Dancing in the Streets."
Dancing in Chicago. We'll be dancing down in New Orleans, up in New York City. All we need is music, sweet music. There'll be music everywhere. There'll be swinging, swaying, records playing, dancing in the street. Oh.
This is something that you'll never hear anybody say, but Van Halen ruined a classic. I thought this was a shitty fucking version of the song. I did not like it. I think they ruined it. And it was an extravagant indulgence for what they did with the song. And I did not like it. I did not enjoy it whatsoever.
Did you think this version was better than the David Bowie Mick Jagger version?
I liked the Jagger Bowie version. I really did. I thought they did a great job.
Yeah, I think they did a great job. The video, questionable.
Well, it's Bowie and Jagger. What do you expect? I'm surprised they didn't get them in the bedroom together. But no, I love that version. I've never heard the original Martha and the Vandellas version. I might have to go back and just listen to it just for shits and giggles, but I've never heard the original. I thought Jagger and Bowie did it.
Oh, no, I knew it was, because they actually, they did it after Van Halen did it, so.
Oh, see, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. See, I didn't listen to this album a lot. Diver Down was not my, it was not my bag, baby.
But yeah, I mean, it was what it was. I didn't mind it, but I don't think it was the best version of the song that they could have done. But
right. That's fair. That's fair.
Hey, I guess how do you want to do 8 and 9? Same title.
Well, I mean, song number 8 is called Little Guitars Intro Instrumental.
There we go.
42 seconds of love and grief right there. My notes are simple on this song. It says cool for what it is. It was really kind of an interesting piece. And of course it goes into the next song, which I think it slapped pretty close, didn't it? I mean, sometimes you do an instrumental and there's a, short 3-4 second break. I think this one went right in. So that brings us to song number 9.
Okay, song number 9, Little Guitars.
Get your sketch, got anybody in there right now could see it's you and me. You say you love.
This was I like this. I liked it. I like these two together. I like this song a lot. Mainly for the guitar work, but probably my favorite song on this album. And to be honest, I was going to look it up and see if this was a cover, because it sounded familiar. And then I'm like, well, maybe I'm thinking like Little Wings or something like along those lines. But I never did get a chance to go back and look. But
it is by Van Halen.
Yeah.
It is an original.
But I really liked this one. I thought this was a good song. It was just the flow. The flow of it was just really cool.
Yeah, it was a good song. I'm definitely a very listenable song.
Yeah. So make sure you listen to both of them together. Make sure you listen to that intro.
Yeah.
And then go right into song number 9, Little Guitars.
Yep. Then we go to number 10, another cover.
10.
By-
We're going to 10.
Going to 10. A
10.
fucking 10. Yeah, it's by Margaret Young, whoever that is.
Oh, yeah. Her.
It's called Big Bad Bill is Sweet William Now.
Well, way down yonder in Louisville lived a cat named Big Bad Bill. I wants to tell you how the cat was rough and tough. He could shut his stuff. Had the whole town scared to death. When he walked by, they all held their breath. He's a fighting man, sure enough. And then Bill got himself a wife. Now he leads a different life. Big Bad Bill is Sweet William now.
This was a fun song to listen to.
It was.
It's a fun song, but this is a one and done song.
Yeah.
You're gonna listen to it, you're gonna enjoy it, and then you're just not gonna give a flying fuck about it ever again.
Yeah, it's one of those songs though that husbands can relate to.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we were single and young, we were badasses. Then we get with our wives and we're mopping, cleaning the floor.
Yep. Well, maybe you. I don't mop. I don't do dishes. I don't do laundry. I'm
Yes,
totally
you do.
about to
You're-
fucking get killed over that one.
You're so lying.
Oh my god. Am I? Am I really? Am I lying? Am I? Probably not.
Yeah.
Anyway,
But yeah, it was a fun song, but like you said, one and done.
one and done. You're gonna listen to it. You're gonna enjoy it, and then you'll be like, okay, I'm good.
I don't gotta listen to it again.
I don't need to listen to it a second time. Yeah, crazy.
All right. Going to number 11, and for some reason I cannot remember a damn thing about this song. The Full Bug.
Well, all your dreams and pictures are placed on magazines. No, this ain't television, but it's more than it seems. Take a seat and give up is what you understand. I wanna give you back the best part of a man. Yeah. Let me show you.
You know why you can't remember anything about it?
Why?
Because it's fucking boring. It was a boring fucking song. It was like, why we don't need 12 tracks. You could have given us 10 tracks and dropped the next two, this one and the next one, and you'd have been just fine. You don't need them. It don't need to be on this album. And I know I'm being terrible. I'm I can point out 4 or 5 tracks on the albums that I made that don't need to be on there either. But the Lex 2, this one and the next one, I'm like, why bother? Especially the next one. It's just, oh my God.
Yeah, number 12. And I guess it was kind of a funny way to end the album.
That's probably what they were thinking, is like,
Yeah.
this will be great.
Because I think this song is also how Tesla, I believe, end their concerts.
But yeah, but that's Tesla.
They don't really,
talent.
but I don't think they play it. It comes over the speakers.
Oh, gotcha.
But it's by it's a cover, Roy Rogers, Dale Evans, Happy Trails.
Bombadita, 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 bombadita,
Until
bombadita,
we meet
bombadita,
again.
bombadita,
Happy trails to you.
bombadita, bombadita,
Keep smiling until then.
Listen, man, this is one of those songs that we all did just as an a cappella thing. The band Gunner that I was in with Craig and Donnie and Brad Beatty, this is what we did before we went on stage. We would find a spot out of the way, usually, in a room somewhere, and we'd do just a couple little quick warm-up vocal things, and it was a brotherhood thing, The big one was Country Roads. We always did Country Roads, and we all had our parts, and so it wasn't the most amazing thing to listen to, but we did a 4-part harmony to warm up our night, and that's what we did. And Happy Trails was another one that we kind of tinkered around with. But it wasn't the big go-to like Country Roads, but. And I think that's probably what this is. It was just one of those things that they were dinking around with, and we're having some fun. But my notes, it's real simple. It's one fucking word on the notes, and it's just really, really. Yeah, these last two songs did not need to be on this album. There was no need for them, and it was like, once again, indulgence that didn't necessarily need to be there.
No, I think. They did. They thought it was funny, with David up there, boom, 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 boom. Then the other guys are just in the background.
Right.
Happy trail.
Give me Michael Anthony's harmonies though, anytime. I'm telling you.
Yeah, I think they thought it was funny. It'd be a funny way to end the album, and
really. Really.
I don't think it worked the way they thought it was, but whatever.
Listen. I don't know what was going on behind the scenes, but I'm sure that they were having the time of their life, and they thought they were the biggest band on the world because Eddie Van Halen was the talent that he was, and everybody was talking about him. And take into consideration that with this album coming out in 82, correct? 1982, and it's coming out in April. All right. March 19th, 1982. Do you know what that day is in history? March 19th,
I think I do. I think it is when... God damn it.
It's the...
Randy Rhoads. Is that when Randy Rhoads passed?
Yep. Yeah, the famous plane crash. And today, as a matter of fact, today as we record this, it is March 19th, 1982. So it is the day that music truly died in my world, so to speak. I was pretty young. I mean, I was, 9 years old when he passed away. I didn't really start loving Randy until a few years later, but until I started playing guitar, just a few years later. But Eddie Van Halen didn't, from my understanding, wasn't, how do I put this? I don't know that there was bad blood between him and Randy, but everybody was comparing the two of them together. So with Randy passing away before this album comes out, it makes you wonder if they were like, well, Eddie Van Halen's biggest competition just passed away. I mean, let's face it, Randy was the biggest competition for Eddie Van Halen in the early 80s. There wasn't anybody matching what Eddie was doing, and Randy was coming goddamn close to it. I mean, Randy was an amazing guitar player.
Yes.
Humble. From what I've read and the interviews I've watched, and I watched a lot of stuff on Randy, he was a very humble guy. He didn't drink. He did smoke a lot, but I mean, back then that's what you did in the early 80s. I mean, Sammy talks about Alex and Eddie just being fucking chain smoking in the fucking studio constantly. They're blowing ashes off of the fucking recording board before they plugged anything in because you never know what was going to get down in there. It's just, that's what they did. But Randy was such a humble, lovable guy. He was starting to overtake what Eddie was doing. And don't get me wrong, Eddie was a trailblazer, and I'll be the first to say it. He was doing things that nobody else was doing, and then Randy either was picking up on that or was coming up with that stuff on his own too at the time, because Randy was a trained guitar player. He took classes. He took lessons in every town that they went to. He would set up guitar lessons ahead of time, and then before shows, he would go to fucking Johnny do something's house and fucking take a guitar lesson from these guys. Even though he could blow them away 10 times over, he was still learning new techniques and new tricks all along the way.
And I think he did that because in his heart, he was a teacher.
Yeah.
So he just wanted to learn all these techniques so he could pass them on.
Right. Absolutely.
So that's why he wanted to leave
Yeah.
the touring life and go and just be a teacher.
Yeah, he was tired of the road. He was tired of all the shit that goes with it.
Mm-hmm.
And to be honest, he loved Ozzy, but he was tired of the shenanigans.
Mm-hmm.
All the shit that was going on. I mean, he wasn't a limelight kind of guy.
Yeah.
He kind of got thrust into it, and he wasn't. I don't know that he was 100% prepared for what all it was going to take. Brilliant guitar player, taken way. Can you imagine what he would have done? Can you imagine the collaborations he could have had over the years with some of the most amazing musicians in the world out there?
Oh man, I think his catalog would just be freaking
Outstanding.
I mean,
Yeah.
But
that being said, now that Randy's passed away and Eddie's like, we're getting ready to release this new album, we can do whatever we want to do because my biggest competition is now, gone. Let's just do shit and whatever we want to do. We are the biggest band in the world, and I'm sure that's what was going on back in their minds. But seriously, if it takes you that long to sell 4 million copies, you're not the biggest band in the world.
no.
Know where you are in your career, and between the alcohol and the drugs that those guys were taking, I mean, there's no getting away from
Well,
it.
yeah, because that had to be they were like 4 dysfunctional brothers. You had, Eddie and Alec were just 2 big alcoholics
Mm-hmm.
and doing whatever else they did. You had Big Brother David thinking he was better than everybody, big ego.
And then you had
middle brother Anthony, hey, pay attention to me. Look
Yeah.
at me. Hey, guys.
I want to be part of the group. I'm just, whatever you say, let's do it. Okay, jump off a
No.
bridge. Let's go. And that's what Michael Anthony was. I mean, he was happy to have the job that he had. He was playing big shows, and I don't know what their money intake was at this time, but I don't think it was until the band Hagar years that they actually started making some real money.
Well, the next album, I think, is when
they kind of
Cause
kicked
that's
it.
like when we got introduced to them.
You're not
and
wrong.
then we went and listened to the back, and that's why the back stuff just doesn't
stand up to what we were
introduced to
Yeah.
because it's different.
Yeah.
And we'll get into why it's different.
Yeah,
And
yeah. There's a lot in the next album that really changed the format of rock
yeah.
music at that time, I think. Obviously, I'm not 100% expert, on all that, but to me, that's where a lot of
Yes,
that
he
stuff. No, he's not. A lot of that stuff is where it kind of fell into what became of rock and roll and what you added into, the Bon Jovis and so on and so forth, kind of what they did. When did Bon Jovi come out?
I think it was like 81. Wasn't it 81?
I'm trying to
Something
think.
like
I
that?
don't remember exactly when it happened, but are you gonna search that real quick?
Yeah,
'Cause
I'll tell you. You talk.
I'll just keep on talking. All right. Well, we're going to find out by the time this episode comes out where we are in March Madness. It kind of kicked off today. If you like basketball, you're having a good time, you're not listening to a podcast. You are in front of the TV watching basketball and pissed as fuck because your bracket's probably already broke.
Yeah, you got a thing made out.
Nope, I didn't do one this year.
Yeah, I made one. I got Florida winning it, so we'll see what happens.
Listen, I was talking to a coworker today. He asked me if I did a bracket, and I'm like, this is the first year I haven't done it because all the people that I always did brackets with are gone. Some of them are actually dead. And I go back to a little story, and I'll tell you guys real quick while Frankie's looking this up. One of the offices that I frequented every day, the director of that office always put together a March Madness bracket for all of their office, and there was a lot of them in there. There was probably 20 or 25 people, and of course they invited me to be a part of it. And one of the ladies in there, who I absolutely adored, she was, she could have been my mom. I love this lady. We always were bantering about our brackets. And one year I took Kentucky to win it all because I like Kentucky. That's where Bobby's background comes from, of basketball. She always was a Wildcats fan. So I took Kentucky to win it all. She was leading the brackets going into the Sweet 16, and she was all about, like, I'm Jeremy, I'm kicking your ass in the brackets. And I'm like, well, here, hold my beer. And Kentucky went through and won it all, and I blew past her in points and won that year. And from then on, that's all year long we talked. I'm going to come back and kick your ass in the bracket next year. And every time I seen her, it was always the same thing, because she ended up retiring, and she passed away a few years ago. And the brackets for me have never been the same, because she would still come back and do brackets with me even after she retired.
Yeah.
And so I would get text messages and shit like that. Her daughter was also a department head for one of the outside offices. And, she kept me up to date on how her mom was doing, because she got sick. And when she passed away, I took the hour-long drive to go to, not the funeral, because the funeral was at an ad time during the week.
Okay.
But I went to the viewing the night before and sat there and, just sat there for a little while and remembered all the amazing times that I had with Kathy, and I miss her. So when March Madness comes around, I always think of her, and it always makes me smile. It makes me laugh. She was an amazing woman. And like I said, she's been gone for a few years now, but so March Madness isn't the same for me anymore. I did a bracket last year. It was a fucking dud anyway, and there was just nobody to have fun with it anymore. And so when it came up this year, I was like, no, I'm done. I'm over it. I don't need to do a bracket. It's like our football picks. I had a group of us who used to do football picks for fucking 15 years, 20 years. Every year we do weekly picks. And, all those people are gone. Some of them passed away.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's not fun anymore. Back in those days, it was fun. We always razz each other about who won what week, or, all through the whole season. And I don't do it anymore. Just don't care. It's sad, but it's like as we get older and we start losing friends who we share all these special memories with, these things that were important then are just not as important anymore. So,
yeah.
And it's the little things. But for you, Frankie, go Florida.
Go Florida. Yeah, I may be able to get a couple teams into the Final Four.
Right.
But usually, at my whole bracket completely.
Mine's usually busted after the first day or second day. It's gone, because I don't know a lot about basketball.
I don't either. I try to pay enough attention to know who's doing decent, who's not,
Right.
So when I fill out a bracket, I can feel like I have a little bit of knowledge, but
yeah,
I really don't.
My brackets always consisted of ranking and wins to losses, and I always kind of build it that way. And I usually did okay. It's never a complete bust until maybe the final two. I've always got maybe one, possibly two still in the final four.
Yeah.
But then it becomes a crapshoot at that point, and then I'm like making anxiety because it's not like I have money in it, but I'm sitting there going, okay, my team's got to win. I got to win. I got to fucking win. And I always pick wrong. So, and it's okay. I'm okay with that.
Yeah, it's okay. Well, okay, get back to Bon Jovi.
Bon Jovi, Runaway.
It came out, it was released January 23rd, 1984.
Oh.
Now, it was recorded in 82 and 83, so it was a long recording process.
Sounds like it.
So.
Huh. So, yeah, I don't know. Like I said, when we get into the style of what the next album is, that's when I start thinking about, well, let's just say it, a lot of synth, a lot of stuff like that. You guys know what the next album is. It's 1984. It's one of the biggest albums Van Halen ever had, especially in the early years.
Definitely the biggest one they had in the
to this point.
David Lee Roth.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Well, and it was also David Lee Roth's last album. So,
yes. Spoiler.
Yeah, you've been spoiled. Of course, he comes back in later years, working on the Greatest Hits album with them. I don't know that they ever put another album out with him. I think it was just snippets. But
I don't.
we're not going that deep.
I think they had the intention of it, but
well, a lot of egos fell apart there.
Yeah.
But so yeah, listen, there you go. Next week is 1984.
Yep.
We're going to talk about all the hits and all the duds on that album, because there are some fucking duds. But there's some hits. And so, yeah, we'll get into that. But this week has been Diver Down. Like I said, it's a one-and-done album. If you hit track 10 and want to call it quits, I totally understand that. You don't need those last two, but yeah. Well, I'm ahead, so I'm excited to get into 1984, and then we're going to get into Sammy's solo album in the 80s, which is VOA. And, of course, then we're going to cover David Lee Roth, Eat 'Em and Smile, before we get back into Van Halen with Sammy Hagar. So get excited. We're going to keep you through the whole Van Halen, Van Hagar era. I've got some nuggets that came from Sammy's book coming up.
all right.
So
We're going to go into John Denver. That can be our next series.
John Denver?
John Denver. No, I'm just thinking, looking at John Bon Jovi, we should do that.
Oh, I got one for you. I'm going to share with you when we get up there that I think would be fun.
I'm getting ahead of myself.
No, you're fine. You're actually fine. We should write that down. Have we covered a Bon Jovi album?
I'll have to go back and look at
I will too. I don't know. I mean, we're 161 episodes in, ladies and
You
gentlemen.
start to forget. You got to look, you know.
Absolutely. I was thinking we did Slippery When Wet, but I can't remember.
I don't know if we did Slippery When Wet or not. I seemed like we did something Bon Jovi. I know we talked a lot about when we did Young Guns, but
Yeah, that's true too. Yeah, that's very, very true. So yeah, maybe Bon Jovi's next. Maybe something else is next. You don't know, but it's not going to be John Denver.
yeah, it'll be a while. Take me home, country roads.
We won't be doing any acapella, that's for sure. All right, guys, until next week. Hasta la vista, baby.
Happy trails.
Thank you for listening to the Golden 80s podcast. Check us out at goldenmojoent.com, where you can find out about our great merchandise and a little bit about Frankie and Golden J. Also, at goldenmojoent.com, you can find out about all the other podcasts in the Golden Mojo Entertainment network of podcasts, like
The United States of Paranormal, Indiana Chiefs fans, The Gridiron Kingz, MurdNerds, The Nostalgia Tug, Real Terror, and the Puck Yeah Podcast. But you can still find Golden Image Podcast, A Quart of Books and Booze, and The Call Guys wherever you stream your favorite podcast. And if you have a story that you would like us to cover, just let us know at thegoldenimage80s@gmail.com. Please like, rate, and subscribe wherever you listen.